Hi there, it's Jennifer, and today I'm here because I wanted to tell you about a magazine that I have really been loving. I have been subscribing to this, I think, since last spring, and so not quite a year. But this is a magazine called Cooking Light. I have seen it on magazine racks forever, and it just never occurred to me to get it because I think most of the time when people recommend cooking in a healthier way, it ends up not tasting very good. And I would rather eat less of something and have it taste really good than, make something that's like really super healthy and just as lousy. But I love this magazine. It has all kinds of stuff in here. The recipes that I have fixed, 99% of them, my husband and I have absolutely loved. And some of them are more complicated recipes. Most of them are really quick recipes to make, and they label them in here that way so you can decide based on the amount of time that you have to cook which recipe you could do. So I just wanted to go through a few things. This actually happens to be the one from October. I had it out on my counter, and it has, this one is featuring 20-minute weeknight meals and also 7 ways to do chili. And then it has a bunch of other stuff. But let me just tell you a few things, a few of the features that I really love. Now, one of the things that I love is that it isn't just all food. They'll even have things in here. They even have in each issue, they have stuff like beauty products. This particular one, this section's called The Beauty Habit, and it says dab olive oil directly on parched lips or over dry skin. And it just gives different kinds of hints for beauty. So it's not just about cooking. But let me highlight a few things here. One of the things, and you can see, is in the top corner here, they will tell how long something takes to make. So this one says it's a 30-minute meal. Some will be 40-minute meals. And some of them will say that they're a meal for 2 instead of for a whole family. And so you can kind of check that and see. And it also tells you other things that you can serve with whatever this meal is. Sometimes they'll give you the accompanying recipe to make some kind of broccolini or something to go with your dish. And sometimes it'll just say, like, serve with rice. They always have a section too that is called the Weekend Warrior, and that means that it's going to be something that takes a little bit longer to cook. But the cool thing about it is that they accompany that with some things that make taking a long time to cook something to make it worth it to you later. So this particular issue has a cook once, eat 3 times section to it, which means that something in the recipe is going to take a long time to do, and you're going to make more than what you need for one meal so that you can use it in other meals. So for example, one cook once, eat 3 times thing that I did involved roasted red bell peppers. And it takes a while to char the outside and then steam them and remove the skin and all that. So you do that on one day, and then you use variations of the roasted red bell peppers in different things. In one meal, it's just sliced and used kind of whole. In another meal, it was pureed and used in a soup, and in another it was kind of pureed and then made into a romesco sauce for a pasta. So it was really kind of a cool thing, and so you're just cooking the most time-intensive thing once, but you're using it several times. And then this particular issue also has a recipe for creamy turkey tetrazzini, and they give suggestions for freezing it. So you get to a certain point in the meal and you say, take half of this, and now you can freeze it this way, and then when you're ready to cook it, here's what else you need to do. So it's just great because it's not only healthy stuff, but they also have really great time-saving things. Let's see, they do a recipe makeover. This one is a recipe for an awesome apple cake, and they have undercut the original recipe by 300 calories. Now keep in mind though that their big deal is that they want all of their food to taste good. So if they're trying to do an undercut, I was just reading about this in the newest magazine they have out. They kind of do, what did they call it? An anatomy of a cooking light recipe, and what they're looking for and what they want to put in it. And so if they reduce the calories or the fat or the sodium or whatever from a recipe, and it doesn't end up tasting very good or tasting really close to the original, they go back to the kitchen and redo it and try to see if they can come closer because they don't want to put stuff into the magazine that doesn't taste good. So they have those kinds of recipe makeovers, just really, really great things. This one has pancake stuff, three ingredient pancakes. They talk about different kinds of greens and explain them to you and how you know which kind you want for which thing. Just a ton of stuff. This is a magazine that's not just a cookbook magazine. It's a magazine you want to sit down and read. But I actually do not throw these away. I bought a little magazine holder, you know, those little boxes, and I am saving them. And then what I will do when in future years, as I start to get more than one January issue, more than one February issue, and so on, I'll put these together because I like to cook seasonally. Seasonal ingredients always taste better, and it's always cheaper when you buy them seasonally. So I'll keep those there, and then in future years, then I can take out my January magazines and I can look for good recipes to fix from that time of year and kind of move through the year that way. Just wanted to tell you about this. Like I said, not only do I love it because there are great recipes, but also because there's so many time-saving tips. If you're interested in more stuff about having homemade meals that will save you time overall, I want you to check out my other channel, My Flagstaff Home. I'm gonna link the video in the space below where I did a video called Making Freezer Meals or Time-Saving Freezer Meals. And this is a way of making some really, putting together, assembling some really great combinations of food and freezing them so that you can then throw them in the oven or a crock pot or whatever. And then when you come home after a busy day, rather than having to start from scratch, you've either got something cooking in the crock pot or you have something that you just need to throw into the oven. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, then check out the link below. I'd love to share that with you. Hope you guys are doing great. I will put a link to where you can subscribe to this. It's not any kind of a referral link. I'm gonna have to go look for it, but it's, you know, pretty commonly found on magazine racks, but I just say, you know, you might as well just subscribe because it's a great magazine. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you are looking forward to healthy habits in 2016. And I hope that you will follow me on BusyBeingJen and on My Flagstaff Home. But anyway, if you're not currently subscribed to my channel, hit that button right there. YouTube will let you know when I upload new videos, which is several days a week. So I will talk to you soon. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.